A clever man is removed a minute before he would have been superfluous. As one of the proofs that meat food is intrinsic to man, we may point to the indifference to it of children and the preference they always have for vegetables, dairy dishes, cookies, fruit, etc. This is what happens with all my hobbies to which I begin to indulge. They grow, turn into a passion, and I no longer see anything else in life but what I am engaged in. Nature wants children to be children before they are adults. If we want to disrupt this order, we will produce precocious fruit that will have neither maturity nor taste and will not slow down to spoil. Children have their own special ability to see, think and feel. There is nothing more foolish than to try to substitute ours for theirs. Let childhood mature in children. Who among you has not sometimes regretted that age when there is always laughter on your lips and peace on your soul? None of my prevailing propensities are turned to what can be bought. I want only pure pleasures, and money poisons everything. In the strictest sense, true democracy did not exist, and never will. There is no such thing as a majority ruling over a minority. Freedom is not about doing what you want, but about not doing what you don't want. When a man takes a wife beneath him in rank, he does not degrade himself, but elevates his spouse. Conversely, when he marries a person of higher rank, he degrades her and does not elevate himself. Gratitude is a debt to be paid, but which no one has a right to expect. One must have something in common to understand one another, and something different to love one another. Generally speaking, people who know little say much, and those who know much say little. Ignorance never does evil, only delusion is pernicious. People go astray not because they do not know, but because they imagine themselves to know. There were no such points at which the interests of all converged. There could be no question of any society. Sadness, longing, regret, despair are adversities that are transient, not rooted in the soul, and experience teaches us how deceptive the bitter feeling is, under the influence of which we think our troubles are eternal. To live is not to breathe, it is to act. It is not the man who has lived the most who can count the most years, but the man who has felt life the most. I am alone. I know my heart and I know people. I am made differently than anyone I have ever seen. I dare you to think that I am unlike anyone else in the world. If I am not better than others, at least I am not like them.